They don't want you to know this. They don't want you to remember. And they definitely don't want you to act on it. Because once you do, the illusion is gone. History has been leaving us clues for over a century, hidden in plain sight. From fiery political speeches to classical movies disguised as children's fantasies, all pointing to the same forbidden truth. Silver was never just a metal. Silver was the people's money. And that's exactly why it had to be buried. To understand why silver matters right now, you have to go back to a time when money actually meant something. The war over money. The late 1800s weren't just a chapter in history. They were a battlefield. America was locked into the gold standard. The money supply was capped while the population and economy exploded. The result? Deflation, debt traps, farmers and workers crushed under loans they could never repay. Gold benefited the banks. Gold benefited the elites. But for everyday people, gold was a chokehold. Then one man stepped into the storm, William Jennings Bryan. In 1896, he delivered one of the most famous speeches in American history, the Cross of Gold speech. Bryan demanded bimetallism, a monetary system backed by gold and silver. Why? Because silver meant inflation that helped the people. Silver meant breathing room. Silver meant freedom from permanent debt. And here's the part they don't teach you in school. At the time, the United States held nearly half of the world's silver supply. Silver wasn't just symbolic, it was a weapon. Bryan wasn't speaking for bankers. He wasn't speaking for Wall Street. He was speaking for the common man. And that terrified the system. But the message didn't die with Bryan. It was smuggled into culture. The Wizard of Oz was never a children's story. Most people think The Wizard of Oz is just a fantasy. But in the original 1900 book by L. Frank Baum, Dorothy didn't wear ruby slippers. She wore silver ones. That wasn't an artistic choice, it was symbolism. Dorothy walks the yellow brick road, gold, wearing silver slippers. A direct allegory. Silver was the tool meant to free the people from the gold chokehold. The Emerald City represented greenbacks, paper money. Oz was short for ounces, and the wizard? A false authority hiding behind illusion. The silver shoes were the answer the entire time. Hidden in plain sight, but silver isn't just allegory, it's real. Silver is real money. Silver appears over 300 times in the Bible. Abraham bought land with it. Judas betrayed Christ for it. For thousands of years, silver represented trust, exchange, and permanence. Unlike paper currency, silver cannot be printed. It cannot be faked at scale. It does not decay or disappear. And unlike digital assets, silver actually does things. It's the best electrical conductor on Earth. It powers electronics, it drives solar energy, it saves lives in medicine. Try powering civilization with paper. Try curing an infection with a $100 bill. You can't. But silver works. It always has. So if silver is this powerful, why has it been ignored? The suppression game. Silver's price doesn't reflect its true value for one reason. It's been deliberately suppressed. This isn't speculation. It's been proven in court. Major banks, most notably JP Morgan, were caught manipulating the precious metals market. They used spoofing, placing massive fake orders to push prices where they wanted. In 2020 alone, JP Morgan paid over $1 billion in fines. No prison sentences, no accountability, just the cost of doing business. The manipulation continues. Paper silver contracts flood the market. Claims without metal, a shell game. Because if silver were honestly priced, fiat currencies would collapse. Precious metals would reclaim their role. Power would shift back to the people. That's why silver remains the sleeping giant. Ignored, dismissed, essential. The line they were never allowed to cross. In the late 1970s, two men tested the system: Nelson Bunker Hunt and William Herbert Hunt, also known as the Hunt brothers, Texas oil billionaires protecting their capital from inflation. They bought physical silver, not paper promises, not derivatives, real metal. They accumulated tens of millions of ounces. Silver surged from under $6 an ounce to nearly $50. True price discovery was approaching. Then the rules changed. Margin requirements were raised. Buying was restricted to liquidation only. Silver collapsed. The Hunt brothers were destroyed. The message was clear. You are allowed to play. You are not allowed to win. William Cooper wrote that Jonathan May understood silver was a threat. According to Cooper, May attempted to create an alternative banking system backed by real assets: land, minerals, oil, coal, and timber. A Bank of Texas, real money outside the Federal Reserve. Had it succeeded, Cooper argued the Federal Reserve would have been exposed as unnecessary. When the system realized this, the response was swift. Connolly was destroyed. The Hunt brothers were erased. Jonathan May was removed. According to Cooper, May was illegally arrested, illegally tried, and illegally imprisoned. Jonathan May served 10 years in federal prison, not for violence, not for fraud, but for challenging the system. When silver moves from theory to action, the response is not debate, it's removal. Why silver is still criminally undervalued. The gold to silver ratio sits near 80 to 1. Historically, it averaged 15 to 1. For balance to return, silver must rise dramatically. Despite suppression, it already is. Debt is exploding. Confidence in paper is fading. Gold will move, but silver will ignite. Not to 50, not to 100, but hundreds per ounce. Why physical silver is everything. Wall Street will offer ETFs, contracts, paper promises. But when trust collapses, paper burns. Only physical silver matters. Coins, bars, metal you can hold. Final word. The yellow brick road leads to illusion. The real power was never at the end. It was on Dorothy's feet the entire time. Silver. If this opened your eyes, like the video, share it, and subscribe. Remember, you're either the lion or the sheep.